Yeah, I don't know who wants to come with. Rathgar, what you need any sort of? I see Rathgar standing before me, basically butt naked. Rathgar, you need any sort of coverings or armor or anything like that?
Nope. I do
You
like
need
to
a
look at the selection of weapons that they have. I'm intrigued about.
Do come along, man. Do come along.
The lion's leg. God. All right, so we'll do the lion's shield coster really quick. So I guess it's just Nyx. I guess you're going to Rathgar.
Draven, yeah.
Okay, so you three are heading over to.
I'm heading also.
Okay, so yeah, so you three at the Lion Shield Coster. You come up to this establishment. There's a sign that's hanging above the front door. Looks like a modest building. It's not as large and as fancy as Barthen's, but it has a symbol that you've seen before back in Nightstone, a wooden shield with a blue lion painted on it. And there's about a dozen barrels or so of weapons. There's a barrel of throwing hammers, a barrel of throwing axes, daggers. There's a barrel of long swords. There's two barrels, one of arrows, one of crossbow bolts. So any kind of weaponry that you need in the player's handbook. You can even get the special armor. What Krusk needs.
You can go ahead and get that for him. Then I know he wants it.
This looks promising.
Yeah, and you walk in and it just smells of metal and like a smithy. It just has that smell to it as you walk in.
Smells like going home.
Okay, Draven. Calm you, compose yourself.
So
it's been a long time since I've been able to work with my hands, Nick. You don't understand.
Right, I'm gonna buy some studded leather, Dave. I'm gonna find the closest thing I can to like some bondage gear. But
a woman that appears to be about 35 years old, very beautiful woman. She comes up to you, and she's kind of sharp-tongued, and she says, I hope you're going to buy that if you pick it up and touch it and put your fingerprints and your grease all over it.
Whoa, calm down. Whatever happened to the customer is always right, my good lady.
Well, I put a lot of time and a lot of effort into crafting all of this and purchasing it at high amounts with only the finest quality. I spend a lot of time oiling these so they don't rust. So if you want to put your greasy hands on the weapons, I expect you to buy them. It's not being rude. I'm just a merchant that thinks conservatively.
No fear, madam. We're serious shoppers here.
There was no offense to be. I meant no offense.
Just straightforwardness. I like it.
My friend here and I are interested in getting into some of the studded leather we see.
And I'm actually holding it. That's why she badmouthed me. I'm actually holding some very risque, revealing fucking bondage leather gear here. She's talking shit. The stitching is quite nicely done. I highly commend your craftsmanship.
Oh, well, thank you. I actually took the leather armor and I added the studs myself.
Ooh. I think I'll take this. I wonder if it fits me. Do you think it would fit me? But like in front of me, like a woman with a dress, Dave. Holding it up to my body.
She says, yes, I'm sure you'll look dashing. As she kind of turns away and rolls her eyes, I'm sure you'll just look absolutely amazing, sir.
Sold. I'll take it.
Good.
I pick out a more normal-looking suit of studded leather.
Very good.
I'm trying to find it in the book.
Would you be interested in purchasing our used leather?
Sure. I'll take it. She'll pay you half price for it.
Okay.
Rather dashing fellow, I see. Rolls her eyes. I love it.
I think my stuff froze up.
What? No, can you hear me? I'm here.
Yeah. Hello.
I'm talking about my fantasy grounds. I think it froze up.
I'm gonna put together a quiver full of extra arrows. I pick out the best arrows,
Okay.
and pay or two gold for the quiver and the arrows.
Okay. Yeah, they're all beautiful arrows, straight, nice feathers. You know, there are covers over the blades you could take off. There's a sort of like a sleeve over the feathers. They're actually really nice arrows. High quality here at the Lion
fine
Shield
arrows,
Caster.
Adam.
Nothing but the best for all of my customers.
These are very fine arrows.
Well, of course they are.
I commend you on your work.
Well, thank you. I not only am I a skinner and a tanner, I'm also a Fletcher and Boyer as well. I can do it all. Yeah, except for pound metal. I have no smithing skills. So what else does anybody need? Anything? Any weapons? Anything like that? I've got plenty, as you can see, all around you. So you guys can get,
quite the selection here.
yeah, you guys can basically get anything you want out of the player's handbook at cost. And did you guys want to ask good Lenine anything else? Lenine Greywind? Did you want to ask her anything else, or shall we go to
Ask her
the?
about this dragon attack.
Yes, the dragon. That dastardly thing. It did some damage to my building several months back, and it kind of set me back a little bit. Had to put half of a new roof on, but other than that, I've been quite lucky. I really hope that somebody would, or some people, hey, maybe you guys, maybe you might want to talk to Mr. Wester, the townsmaster that we have. Maybe he could. You guys look like adventurers. You're heavily armored. You're decked out in all these weapons. Seems like you're traveling. I mean, you're. I love all the fur on your armor. I mean, it's just absolutely amazing. Maybe he'll pay you. You seem like some pretty stout adventurers. Hell, I might even throw in some money as well. I'm sure
Actually,
Phandalin might be able to. You were going to say something, good sir?
I was asking. I do want to invest in a light crossbow
Sure, go for it. Just add it to your
and
sheet. Drag
some
and drop
crossbow bolts.
it. Okay, you got it. And I'm sure all of the merchants and maybe even the families around Phandalin and maybe even the farmsteads will throw in some baskets of fruit for you if you go and maybe take care of that nasty dragon that attacks our quaint and humble little town every so often.
We'll check into this. I think we can check into this. We'll definitely go have a talk with them.
Rigby, come zip me up. I'm kind of struggling to get into this very tight studded leather armor. Rigby, help me out here.
All right, I go ahead and zip you up.
You can hear like the sound of leather, like as I'm kind of breaking it in.
I pull a whip off of one of her walls and say, "Hey, Dix, I think this will go well with your outfit."
Oh, that's rather risque, Rigby. I was going to ask her, since she doesn't do any pounding, is there somebody in here that does do the pounding? I'm wondering. Inquiring minds want to know, Rigby.
I'll go ahead. I'll tell you what. I'll go ahead and take the whip since you have the armor.
Go for it. I can barely move my arms. This shit's so tight.
I'm sure they're probably into that at the Sleeping Giant. They're quite the crowd over there.
We've been warned against going into that part of town, man.
Yes, the one who does the pounding. Yes, that's Vladimir. He's in his gimp suit in the back room.
Okay. These Russian jail tattoos all up and down his arm. Yeah. Oh, sorry, Vlad. We didn't mean to interrupt you. Get back to it. Sorry.
I'm so sorry for laughing. That's just crazy.
So I pay the lady, Dave. I use my GM. You said the GM was worth 100 gold, right? So I basically just turned that into 100 gold.
Sure.
Yeah.
And
I'll
she'll
exchange
give you
my
the
jump too.
Okay, she'll give you the gold back from the change.
Yeah,
back
exactly.
from the
was-
gym.
I would need to exchange my gemstone for that. Yeah.
Sounds good.
I kind of I hand my full body leather fur coat to Draven. Draven, if you wouldn't mind, I kind of stick my arm out. I kind of want him to put it on me. I can't do it myself.
What?
So, are you like the
Put this
little
coat on,
kid?
Draven.
I can see you as the little kid
Yeah,
from
like, get ready for
the
school,
Christmas
All right,
story.
sure.
The Christmas story, yeah. He can't
Yeah.
move.
Yeah,
I'll
you
help
can't
him
move.
into his winter heavy fur ass coat.
You put his arms down, and then you let go as they pop back up. Mong.
One of y'all are gonna have to help him go to the bathroom. I'm not gonna.
Yeah, I'm squeaking the entire time.
That's,
All right,
that's
Ricky,
disadvantage
looks
on
like
stealth
we're good to go.
checks.
We're good, man.
She
Everybody
gives
got
you
everything?
she gives you a flask of oil, Nix.
All
And
right,
she
yeah.
says, "Keep that thing oiled. It'll stop the squeaking."
I look at this oil and look at her and kind of bite my tongue. Thinking about some sort of naughty response.
She just looks you up and down and she says, "You don't have what I want."
Oh, very well.
And then she looks over. Then she looks over at Vivian.
No, God. I'll just sit in this stool in the corner. You ladies get about your business.
All right, my chest is cramping up. I'm laughing so fucking
And
much.
to think the show was supposed to be this evening, and this has already begun.
Jesus Christ.
Is everybody ready? I feel like Francis has got a head start on us. He's probably 3 sheets to the wind by now. I'm eager to catch up.
I can
Yes,
just
let's head
see you,
Uh,
Nix.
yes, I'm ready for this drink myself. I need a nice big frothy mug of ale.
I'm sorry, guys, for
God,
laughing.
you and your metaphors again. I know you want something frothy on you. But let's go.
I can
I
see you.
test out my new weapon, accidentally catch Nix.
I haven't broken this
Sorry,
hand well
Nix.
enough to dodge.
Accident. Not used to using one of these.
You're quite a deft hand at it, though.
It puts a scuff
Try
on
it
your
again,
on your
try it
leather. Oh my God! Try it again. I can just see Nix busting through the door of the of the inn, and the sun is kind of glistening off of the shiny leather with the oil on it. And that's just too funny.
It's quite a scene, quite a heroic scene.
All right, so everybody else that's at the Stonehill Inn, which would be Vivian and
Yeah.
Raven. No, yeah, that's right. You were there. It
Francis
would be
is the only one.
Francis
is there,
said-
like,
oh, okay,
drowning
yeah.
his sorrows.
Yeah.
but-
Yeah, I went with Franticide. Yeah. I
Okay.
didn't need anything made of metal.
Yeah, that's what I said. You're at the Stonehill Inn with Frantisek. All right, so you guys are sitting in there, and a gentleman comes up to you and has a towel that he's holding, and he's rubbing out a couple of glasses as he sets them down in front of you, and he says, "Ah, you're new here in Phandalin. Welcome to Phandalin. Are you guys miners? And what do you want to drink today?"
Thank you. Glad to be here. Are you the proprietor of this fine establishment, I assume?
I am. The name is Toblin Stonehill, and it is nice to meet you, my friend.
Toblin, I'm Frantisek. This is Vivian. We'll need lodging for this evening.
You are
we're-
in luck. I have 6 rooms available for rent.
Perfect. I will take the finest. And Vivian, will you want a room or? I don't know. She camps out quite a bit. I don't know if she wants to stay here. I will have other friends coming in slightly later. And I do want to make sure, I notice you have a little performance area over here. And I kind of motion over to the stage that's in the corner.
Yes, it was a small stage that I had built just several weeks back.
Perfect. I'm actually traveling with quite a renowned actor, Rigby the Great. And he wanted to put on a little performance for the town. So I just wanted to make sure that it was available for this evening.
Wow, sure. If you have any kind of entertainment flyers, feel free to put them up in the town circle, or maybe even several on the door in here.
Just word of mouth, be sure to tell everyone to be here, and the show starts at 7. And I just wanted to get my room and put this stuff down. And I understand the town master He's in the bathhouse. Is that right?
Are you talking about? Whoa! Hey, quiet that music down over there on the stage. We just quiet it down.
I guess he's talking to the stream.
No, I'm talking to the. I'm actually talking to the
I know
musicians.
you started up the music.
Yeah, we got music going there.
Turn that music down. Trying to talk to these fine people that are going to put on a performance. So what is the name of your traveling gypsies? Maybe you're are you traveling gypsies?
Just the one. His name is Rigby the Great. So a one-man show. It'll be fantastic.
A one-man show, huh?
He sings, he dances. It's great. It's great. It really will be fantastic.
Does he keep his clothes on? Because this is a family environment.
Yeah. It's
Okay.
not one of those kind of shows. At least I don't think. He's the one coming in with a fake mustache. You can't miss him. And then I pay for my room.
It'll be a golden night, and that'll give you your own room, a key, and there's also a chest inside that you can store your belongings, your personal belongings, and it'll also get you 3 squares a day.
Excellent. We'll just need the one night, and I'll give him a gold, and then I'll go put all my junk down in my room. And then I'm heading to the bathhouse.
Sure.
That's a good deal. And I put a gold down as well.
Oh, are we there? Have we arrived
You're not there.
Yeah.
Oh, we're not there yet. Okay.
Now, on the way, I kind of snuggle up to Rigby, or this character who says he's Rigby. Look, Rigby, I know you're eager to get into this bathhouse. Well, I've got a little scheme in mind.
Oh, what do you have in mind?
But you know how I delve into the magical arcane arts, right?
You seem to have had more experience with bathhouses than even I.
Well, that's neither here nor there, but hear me out. I have a little spell I've been working on that could probably make us invisible to the naked eye. We could go flaunt about, pick up as many pantaloons as we would have.
Are you planning on starting a collection?
Well, I want to add to my current collection.
Ah, I see.
I haven't seen too many head turners in this town, though. Let's keep an eye out. I think we need a bit of drink in this.
There's a couple of what would appear to be farmers, and you guys actually get to the Stonehill Inn, and there, what appears to be several farmers. They're wearing overalls, and you can see several walking sticks by the door. There's a couple of maids that are kind of gossiping around. You can see that there's what would probably be a couple of miners. Their faces are all dirty and whatnot. They put their helmets, like little steel skull caps, on all of the their tables, and there's 2 or 3 tables of miners in there. And it welcomes you as well. Welcome to the Stonehill Inn. Are you? Oh. And he's kind of eyeing all of you up and down, looking at all of your attire. And he says, "You must be Frantisek's friends."
Yes, indeed. I'm just kind of scanning the room looking for them.
Oh, well, which one of you is Rigby? I'm looking forward to meeting Rigby. Your friend Frantisek told me that you were going to be doing a live performance tonight here in the Stonehill Inn for us.
Oh, did he now?
Oh, he did. He said that you were an amazing solo act. Something about bending over and ping pong balls, but no, I'm just kidding. I kid. I just jest. This is a family environment.
Well, I have been known to be good. I have been a pretty good storyteller. Perhaps I could tell a story.
Well, I would love to hear it. And word is already spreading around the tavern as we speak, and you can even see a couple of the servers are starting to bang up posters on the wall talking about a live performance tonight with Rigby the Great. So as he's talking to you guys, you see the inn. The inn is sort of like a cobblestone interior, cobblestone and wood. There's lots of paintings of old farmers, and there's also paintings of like the valleys nearby and trees. It's like a nice establishment. You know, there's you can smell food. He's putting down a couple of drinks in front of you on the bar, and he's asking you, "So what's everybody drinking?" And it'll be 1 gold for the night here at the Stonehill Inn, and I've got just enough rooms for all 6 of you. And with that 1 gold, not only do you get the best and the most cleanest bed here in Stonehill, or Phandalin, you also get 3 squares a meal. And here's your keys. He lays them out. And he says, that key will also lock the chest. You also have a personal chest inside of your own room with 4 walls and, yes, a door that locks.
I say sold because I plopped my gold in.
Definitely, I plop my gold down. I'll have an ale, large a mug as possible.
He puts one down, and he says, well, guess I won't be needing the glasses here. So he puts the glasses, hangs them back up over his head, and then he pulls out these big boots from under the counter, these big iron boots. And he said, the miners made these quite a few years ago for me. I put in a request, and you guys drink up. And he slams it down. 6 big old boots. And he just starts filling them up with whatever you want.
Now that's what I'm talking about.
So what are you guys doing? Passing through Phandalin, or do you plan on staying, or are you guys plan on mining, or you look dressed like you're heading somewhere cold? I mean, am I missing something, or is that just the style of you young bucks nowadays?
I'm quite perceptive, Mr. Snowhill. Is that the same guy that Snowhill?
It is a Stonehill.
Quite perceptive, Mr. Snowhill.
His name is Lion Lake Stonehill.
Quite perceptive, indeed. As I kind of readjust my very stylish fur coat. Yeah. We are headed north to the spine of the world. We want to see the sights of the four towns and so on and so forth.
You mean 10 towns? In the Lions Lake
10 towns, 20 towns. I know little about it. Our friend here, Francis, has kind of talked us into the whole adventure.
So you have family up there, or is it some? So you look like adventurers.
No there,
So you're adventurers. Maybe you'll help us here in Phandalin as you're stopping through. We've been having a problem with this dragon for the last couple of months.
We know nothing about the dispatching of dragons, right, guys? Right. As I kind of chug my fucking ale.
He just says as you put it down, he just kind of keeps filling it back up. He keeps topping it off. And actually,
with hospitality like that, I may be in the mood for a bit of dragon slaying. So.
And this, not only is this ale good, or this wine, it is cold as well. He has sort of like these magic orbs under all of the kegs that actually kind of keep everything nice and cool. Yeah, he spares no expense.
What's all this about a dragon?
Toblin Stonehill, he runs a tight ship here in Phandalin.
What's all this ruckus about a dragon, sir?
Like I said, it's been coming by and tearing the damn town up. Something needs to be done. I'm just really not impressed with our new town master. He's just really, Mr. Westers, he spends more time in that goddamn bathhouse than he does running the damn town.
Well, with a place that provides such fine ale as this, we cannot have it continue to be harassed. We must try to do something.
Yeah,
spot a dragon slaying Draven.
These magical orbs aren't cheap.
Most definitely.
Yeah, these things aren't cheap. They cost me every month to renew that magic on them. That's why I charge a gold, is to, because I provide nothing but the best service for, all of my visitors.
I'm looking at Rathgar, all this talk of dragons. How's Rathgar kind of taking in this dragon talk? He seems like he gives no fuck.
He's actually interested in going to absorb a few dragon souls.
This is something
Souls.
about
fucking souls.
Somebody needs to take souls. Oh my! Somebody needs to take care of this dragon. I think they're sort of like these little lucky leprechauns. There's always treasure at the end of the rainbow, but the rumors say that dragons in their lairs have a massive amount of treasure.
Does anybody know where this dragon sleeps or whatever? I mean, I'm not saying we won't kill the dragon, but a little more information would help.
I stay out of the business. The town's businesses are not of my own. If I ever decide to run for town master, then I will. But until then, Town Master Wester, he is the one that you need to talk to, and he's probably in that goddamn bathhouse.
I'm quite fortified with ale by now. I look at Rigby. You want to have a go at the bathhouse, Rigby? Just get a lay of the land and maybe have a little bit of conversation with this Mr. West.
Yeah, I suppose we should go. I promised to show Vivian the bathhouse as well, so yeah, we can head on over. Let us finish our beers first, though.
Take your time. The bathhouse is open 24 hours a day. They do not clean it. It actually self-cleans itself. It has a creek that runs through the floor, and actually, it just totally replenishes the water the entire time. It's actually a nice establishment.
Sounds very state-of-the-art.
One of the highlights of Phandalin. That's where all of the miners go to bathe.
I whispered to Nix. I know a certain half-orc who's going to be
He kind of leans in. Toblin Stonehill, as you're kind of whispering to Nix, he's kind of leaning in, just so he can kind of get the scoop. You know what I mean?
This guy's, his beard's like right up against my face. Excuse me, sir. We're trying to have a conversation here.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were saying something to me. I'm a little hard of hearing in my left ear, and he's pointing to the right ear. My left ear's a little hard of hearing, so. And what would you like to drink, young lady?
No.
No. Is she okay?
She's not been into me pounds, but
would you like anything to eat? He's putting his fingers like a when they're trying to teach a chimpanzee.
Person, right?
Yeah, they're when they're training chimpanzees and stuff languages. Or he's going, food? Do you want food?
I'm fine for now.
She's a child of the forest. This is all a bit unnerving for her.
Darling, it's part of your fee for staying here at the one and only Stonehill Inn of Phandalin. Take advantage, indulge yourself. He kind of points over towards the little buffet bar that he has over there, and there's some cocktail weenies and like a sauce, and there's all kinds of hand vegetables like chopped cauliflower and broccoli. There's some cheeses, a couple of wheels of cheese. Really nice. A couple of pots of soup, like an onion soup.
Sweet rolls?
You know what? There's also, beside the hot stuff that's served, there's also like a bread and dessert cart also, Rathgar, that has all kinds of cookies, cupcakes, all that stuff. And he says, help yourself, indulge yourself.
Like fucking Golden Corral over here.
Hell, I'll slam my empty mug back down and say, fill that back up, and I'm heading over there for the food.
He tops you off. There's all kinds of stuff. He said, "Oh, and dinner's. This is this is just lunch. You should see the spread we have for dinner." He says, "Look over there," and he kind of points over towards the other. And it's this big glass sort of like wall, and there's like a couple of spits that has like a huge hog kind of rotating on it like a big rotisserie chicken, and then there's like a machine that has a little gnome. He's wearing a kiss me, I'm the chef apron, and he's
I get a psychopathic flashes go before my mind.
Yeah, and
to play killing this gnome out.
He's got big like Civil War sideburns and stuff that are grayed. And he's taking his knife and he's hitting it on a steel, and he's carving up all this, this meat and stuff, and putting all these chickens on the spits and hanging them up on the rack, and you can see that he's just crunching that pedal down as he's spinning everything, as everything's kind of cooking and spinning. And he's having a good old time over there, and you look over at him, and he just nods at you like this.
God, I have pure murderous intentions.
He smiles, and a little sparkle comes off his tooth. Ding! You should see the spread for tonight. Hey,
well,
he's the best cook in all of
A little
Phandalin.
bit now, and he's talking about tonight's dinner. Sir, the way things are going, we're going to be eating dragon for dinner tonight, so I wouldn't get ahead of myself.
Well, do you think maybe you could take care of the dragon and come back and put on a performance for us of how you slayed this dragon?
Oh my, Rigby, he's giving you material.
All
now,
of
dude.
the
Rigby
miners,
Yeah.
miners, the servers, you know, all the